Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad-Bhagavatam, 4th Canto, Chapter 9, Text number 17. Satyashisho hi Bhagavam tava pada padmam Ashishtatanu bhajataha purushartha murtehe Apiyeva Marya Bhagavan paripati dinan Vashreva Vatsakam Anugraha Katarosman. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O my Lord, O Supreme Lord, you are the supreme personified form of all benediction. Therefore, for one who abides in your devotional service with no other desire, worshipping your lotus feet is better than becoming king and lord and lording it over a kingdom. That is the benediction of worshipping your lotus feet. To ignorant devotees like me, you are the causelessly merciful maintainer, just like a cow who takes care of the newly born calf by supplying milk and giving protection from attack. Purport. Dhruva Maharaj was cognizant of the defective nature of his own devotional service. Pure devotional service is without material form and is not covered by mental speculation or fruitive activities. Pure devotional service is therefore called ahetuki, unmotivated. Dhruva Maharaj knew that he had come to worship the Lord in devotion service with a motive to get the kingdom of his father. Such an adulterated devotee can never see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. He therefore felt very grateful for the causeless mercy of the Lord. The Lord is so merciful that not only does he fulfill the desires of a devotee who is driven by ignorance and desires for material benefit, but he also gives such a devotee all protection, such as a cow gives milk to a newly born calf. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said that the Lord gives intelligence to the constantly engaged devotee so that he may gradually approach the Lord without difficulty. A devotee must be very sincere in his devotional service. Then, although there may be many things wrong on the devotee's part, Krishna will guide him and gradually elevate him to the highest position of devotional service. The Lord is addressed herein by Dhruva Maharaj as Purushartha Murti, the ultimate goal of life. Generally, Purushartha is taken to mean execution of a type of religious principle or worship of God in order to get material benediction. Prayers for material benediction are intended for satisfying the senses. And when one is frustrated and cannot fully satisfy the senses in spite of all endeavor, he desires liberation or freedom from material existence. These activities are generally called Purushartha. But actually the ultimate goal is to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is called Panchama Purushartha, the ultimate goal of life. Lord Chaitanya therefore taught us not to ask for from the Supreme Personality of Godhead any benediction such as material wealth, popularity, or a good wife. One should simply pray to the Lord to be constantly engaged in his transcendental loving service. Dhruva Maharaj, being cognizant of his desire for material benefit, wanted protection from the Lord so that he might not be misled or deviated from the path of devotion service by material desires. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. So it's a beautiful prayer to the Supreme Lord by Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj began his journey to meet the Lord face to face, obviously for a material desire, because he was hurt by his father's words. So he wanted a kingdom greater than his father. And now, by the mercy of Narada Rishi, he was instructed the process to approach the Supreme Lord. Following that, various tapasyas he executed as instructed, meditated on the form of the Lord, chanted the mantra given by the Guru, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. With all this, the Lord appeared before him. And now he is saying that, yes, I came to you for some material desires, but you are the supreme personified form of all benediction. Actually, I came to you for a material benediction, which is very foolish on my part. But still, you appeared before me, and you costlessly appeared before me. Because Dhruva Maharaj, by now he understood that with material desire you cannot see the Lord face to face. Mercy is never earned. Mercy is always begged and given. And Dhruva Maharaj is realizing this point here. And Prabhupada is explaining the meaning of costless mercy. Unless you are pure, you cannot see the Lord face to face. But Dhruva Maharaj saw him face to face. So the Lord is costlessly merciful. Approaching the Lord, the Supreme Lord, is not like approaching, as we discussed yesterday, Brahman, self-realization. No. The Supreme Lord, He is also person, I am also person, but that person, He is inconceivable. His qualities are inconceivable. His personal enjoyment is inconceivable. His personal qualities are, you cannot enumerate. Lord Ananta with his millions of tongues cannot exhaust enumerating the qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. His very first expansion, Lord Ananta, cannot handle. Lord Ananta himself is Ananta. His name is Ananta. He himself cannot handle the Ananta of Krishna. So, similarly, one of the qualities of the Lord is called mercifulness. Mercifulness. Anukampa, compassion. Kripa. It is one of his qualities. Just like every quality of the Lord is unlimited, this quality is also unlimited. He can, just like that, make somebody Kripa Siddhi. Just like here, Dhruva Maharaj also is a Kripa Siddha. He could see the Lord face to face because of the Kripa, not because of his purity. He realizing this. I came, in the first place, I came to you itself for something else. I didn't come to you for getting you. When you go to the Lord because He is constitutionally mine. You go to the Father because you are my Father. Not because I come to you because you can give me this, you can give me that, you can give me that. I come to you because you are all powerful, you can satisfy all these things. No, I come to you because you are my Father. I love you. This is ahetuki. It has to be unmotivated. Then what is some motivation should be there, or some thought should be there behind it. That thought is called because of the constitutional relationship. We love Krishna, we serve Krishna because He is mine, I am His part. I don't need any other reason. Because of that constitutional relationship, I do devotional service. That is ahetuki, unmotivated. Dhruva Maharaj knew that he had come to worship the Lord in devotional service with a motive to get the kingdom of his father. Such an adulterated devotee can never see the Lord face to face. Yet he saw. That is why it is called causeless. There is no material cause. Cause is only him. He knows his cause. He has a cause. Why Ajamala was, in spite of being led a life of debauchery, at the time of death, how he was allowed to have his name on the tongue. In the same way, these are all things that he has a cause. That means, he is not whimsical. He can be whimsical also. He is a transcendental autocrat. I have no cause, I see you. Okay, come, liberated, come. No cause at all. But still, we have to understand that he is expecting some things from me. Just like you cannot say, look, if I will keep chanting the way I want. It may be offensive, but I am praying for causeless mercy. He is expecting you to chant attentively. He is expecting you to associate with him. Touch him and purify. He is expecting, he is saying, I am all pure. You touch me, you will also become pure. You touch me with your attention, you will also become pure. Now he says that. Now you make an attempt to follow his instruction. I should touch him. In any relationship, there is an expectation. So if I try to fulfill that expectation, the success of fulfilling that expectation is not necessarily in my hands. I may be attentive, I may not be attentive. But I'll try to be attentive. I'll try to be attentive. By His mercy, by His Divya Chesta Shakti flowing into me, I'll be attentive. But for Him to release Divya Chesta Shakti, I have to show my sincerity by doing everything within my power to be attentive. Because that is an indication of my sincerity of my prayer. Sincerity of my desire. So all that the living entity can do is to sincerely, with all its limitations, try to worship the Lord. Try to be the servant of Gurus. Try to be the servant of Krishna. Even to say I acted as a servant of Krishna is also not pakka statement. Only a pure person can say. Others can say what? I tried to be a servant of Krishna. In the midst of trying to be servant of Krishna, I mastered a lot. Lost a lot of control rasa, all those things. Ishvara rasa I have eaten. But I tried to be. And tried to always minimize that. Because these are anarthas that are sitting in our chittam since millions of years. Controlling tendency, lust, enjoying tendency, they're all in our chittam. We should know our limitation. We should never trust our mind. We should never trust our chittam, our consciousness, our subconscious. We should never trust. There's a potential enemy always inside me. There's a potential enemy always inside me. When he will come up, I do not know. Because anadikale, millions of lives. Moment you desire something, it is deposited there. It won't go. Either you have to work for that desire or you have to fulfill that desire and burn the karma. That is the potency of the soul. Soul is very powerful. You create a desire, this life you may not get it. But eventually you will see somehow or the other, Paramatma will guide you, make you earn that and make you enjoy also. This is the process of the material world. How the Lord is fulfilling all the, maintaining, fulfilling all the, even karmi's desires. Nobody can fulfill the desires without sanction of the Lord. So anyway, he was a small boy, Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj may not remember. But the Lord, he knows that the Lord is costlessly merciful. He has given me this mercy. He may have a cause, he may have a transcendental cause, may not have a transcendental cause. But it is revealed in the scriptures that if somebody is simple-hearted, a very important word here, paripati deenam, paripati maintenance, okay. Deenam, Prabhupada translates it as the poor in the heart. Puffed up is not poor in the heart. Why somebody is puffed up? Because he is puffed up about what? About his possessions. My ability, my this thing, my something, my, that is why you get puffed up. I did this, I did that. I am owner of this. Sense of possession. This is what makes one puffed up. So to attract the mercy of the Lord, so many weaknesses may be there due to past anarthas. There is another important thing in this verse Prabhupada is talking about. Because of so many weaknesses that we have, we should not leave devotional service. I should engage, I should continue to worship the Lord. I should continue to worship the holy name of the Lord. You are not expected to be overnight perfect. Nobody is expected to be overnight perfect. We are all coming from the material world, full of anarthas, full of sense gratification, all kinds of stinking desires are there in our chittam. Now because of living in the midst of devotees, it may not be coming out. But it is all there. So one should always know, so even if with all these limitations, if he is simple in his heart, with respect to his relationship with God, with Paramatma, with the Lord, with the holy name, where does humility come? Devotion service has to be executed with humility. Why? Because of realization of this fact. I am able to do devotion service itself is a costless. How can I touch God? How can I serve God? How can I please Lord? But he is pleased. I got opportunity to come, I had opportunity to chant the holy name of the Lord. And Prabhupada says he is pleased. Shastra says he is pleased. I got an opportunity. The devotee thinks he is a devotee costlessly. In the material world, when we think something, I am a devotee, behind that something is there, I became a devotee. We should always think that I became a devotee costlessly. By the mercy of a pure devotee, Srila Prabhupada. Costlessly. In fact, this is very nicely demonstrated by the word Kuno Bhagyavan, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Kuno Bhagyavan. Very difficult to give any explanation to that. Kuno Bhagyavan. The Lord makes us fortunate by giving us this. So we become Bhagyavan. To become a Vaishnava. To become a devotee of the Lord. So we are all recipient of the costless mercy of the spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. With the cost, if the mercy has to come, we can never earn. Uninterrupted, unmotivated. Ahetuki, apratihata. These are the two qualities of devotional service. That means not a second I should forget the Lord. Apratihata. Ahetuki, no reason. He is my Lord, that's it. That's the only reason. Relationship is the only reason. He is mine, I am yours. He is mine, I am his, and he is mine. So, such a beautiful example is given by Dhruva Maharaj here. Even for a devotee like me who is adulterated devotee, who is rendering adulterated devotional service, even such a person you are taking care like a cow takes care of a calf. So sometimes devotees have this, hey, sarvadharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam vraja. It is all meant for, if you are pure, then he will take care. Masuchaha, don't worry. Krishna. They have no faith. They think, no, it's only for pure devotees, he will take care. And you have faith, you don't have faith. So you make material calculation. No, I have to take care of myself. I have to do something for my future. I have to do something. Because I am not a pure devotee. That is for pure devotee. What is that? He will take care of their life. He will maintain them and all. Nonsense. That's not what is the case of Dhruva Maharaj. How he is comparing. Just because he is worshipping the Lord, that is enough. Adulterate devotee, pure devotee does not matter. This is the fact. That is why it is said, one of the 6 guidelines of surrender. To practice surrender, you have to believe that he is my maintainer. Because it is a fact. Every one of us are maintained by him personally. Protected by him. Now we should not make our material calculation of, oh, Lord did not protect me in these circumstances. How do you know? What is your definition of protection in each situation is different. Lord's protection is different. The Lord may be protecting to protect your devotional service. Sometimes he may not protect you externally. To increase your attachment, everything. Just like so many people ask, why the Lord gave so much trouble to Pandavas? So devotee means always the Lord is with them. But why they should suffer so much, Pandavas? Because Lord was with them. They were receiving a higher blessings from the Lord of relating with Him in devotional service, developing love for Krishna. So we cannot give our definition. Oh, here is a situation, Lord, I need protection. You can realize this much. Here I need protection. But finally, whether He protected or not, don't measure. He has protected, you should have faith. Come what may. Maybe to teach me something. Doesn't matter. He has protected. The 6 guidelines of surrender. One is to have full faith that He is my only maintainer. You should not even think that my parents are maintaining me, or my institution is maintaining me, ISKCON is maintaining me, temple is maintaining me. You should understand that Yasya prasadat, Bhagavat prasadat, because I am servant of my spiritual master who is very dear to Krishna. Therefore, Krishna is personally protecting me. That is how you build a relationship with the Lord. All these protections, whether it is the institution, whether it is parents, or whether it is anybody else, your friends, they are all only nimitta. They are instrument used by the Lord to send His protection. I am maintained because of Lord's personal prasadam every day is giving me. Therefore, I am maintaining myself. There is no difference if you think the plate is giving me prasadam. That is the narrowest vision. Plate is giving me prasadam. Next you say temple is giving me prasadam. You should think Radha, Krishna, Chandra, deities are giving me prasadam. Say Namrta Pavo, Radha, Krishna, Gunagao. He is maintaining me. You don't have to become pure devotee to be maintained and protected by Him. In fact, only by His protection against Maya you can become pure devotee. So it's like what comes? Egg comes or hen comes first? I surrender first, then He'll give me protection. I am saying that you get protection, therefore you surrender. So that is another misconception, completely driven away by Prabhupada in this purport, that He protects everyone, every devotee. Look at the statement of Prabhupada. A devotee may be sincere in devotional service, then although there may be many things wrong in devotee's part, see, something is wrong in devotee's part, something is, his heart is not pure. That means even if your heart is not pure, you can be sincere in your devotion service. Overall, your heart may be impure, but when you are doing service, you are sincere. I want to serve the Lord. A devotee must be very sincere in his devotion service, although there may be many things wrong. That means even if there are many things on your part, many weaknesses on your part, Prabhupada is saying that you can be sincere. Not you can be. What does he say? A devotee must be very sincere. Krishna will guide him and gradually elevate him to the highest position of devotion service, which is pure devotional service. And Prabhupada further explains, Dhruva Maharaj using the word Purushartha Murtihi. The Lord is the Purushartha. Purushartha means purpose of life. Swartha Gatim hi Vishnu. Purushartha, normally what is a Purushartha? 4 Purusharthas. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Very common. Everybody in India will know. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Purushartha. Of course, nowadays, not everybody. Somebody is connected to anything, touching some scriptures, they know Purushartha. What is Purushartha? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave a Panchama Purushartha. He said purpose of life is not moksha. By following dharma, by executing artha and kama as per dharma and get moksha is not the purpose of life. Purpose of life is a 5th one. What is that? Love of Godhead. When we get connected back to my Purna, when I get connected to my counter full, I am Amsha, there's a counter full. A complete full, completeness. Prabhupada explains, Krishna is a complete Purna. Is a complete person. We are all Amshas. Like a bar of gold and a small pinch of gold. Pinch of gold is part and parcel of gold bar. Similarly, we are part and parcel person of the Supreme Person. Mamai Vamsha Jivaloke Jivabhuta Sanatana. So, Panchama Purushartha is very important for preachers of Krishna consciousness to always understand and preach that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us Panchama Purushartha. That is to awaken the love of Godhead. So we chant Hare Krishna to awaken love of Godhead and not. One of the offenses is what? Not to consider chanting of Hare Krishna to be one of the ritualistic activities given in Karmakanda, etc. Dharma means all Karmakanda all included. There are instructions for karmis in Karmakanda. Those who live life without instruction of Karmakanda are called vikarmis. They are not doing karma as God wants also. Okay, you don't want to come to me, you perform karma and enjoy life. Karma phala. That's a very valid option given by the Lord. That's why this material world exists. But if you want to come to me, then you have to give up sarva dharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam vraja. The dharma, you see, is what it said. The normal dharma that you think, the highest dharma is mam ekam sharanam vraja. And that's what we are following that. Our path is that. And with full faith as a simple-hearted person, you read this and you heard Prabhupada and you heard devotees. It struck you. Yes, I want to surrender to Krishna. And he joined with great faith. Over the years, mental speculation, your faith came down. Oh, will I be really protected by him? I have this problem, that problem. If you have the same faith, when you gave your life to Prabhupada, if you maintain that same faith, that was a faith without calculation. It was a faith based on Prabhupada and Krishna's assurances. Faith we should never leave. Should never leave. The moment faith goes, gone, mind takes over. Sometimes devotees say, I was so enthusiastic, in the beginning, now I am not enthusiastic. If you look at it, the same level of faith has gone down Because now you become a senior devotee. Lot of things I know now. Before I did not know anything. I just surrendered. Now I know, hey, I shall surrender nahi karna hai. Surrender with intelligence. Conveniently misuse Prabhupada's statement. Surrender with intelligence. Poor fellow, he became an intellectual being instead of being a devotee. 24 hours he is using his intelligence. Where should I surrender? How should I surrender? How should I? Arey, be simple and surrender. Became a complicated devotee. He was enjoying and relishing bhakti when he simply surrendered. That ananda is gone now. It's a trap. How can it be? How can it go? We should not allow it to go. It is in us. It is with us. We have exhibited that by surrendering our life to Prabhupada and Krishna. At the young age. Special mercy I got. We should preserve that. That is the greatest of asset of yours. Because of that only Krishna is maintaining you here. He has kept you here. Later on he is seeing, thoda dilute hoga. Of course he will teach the devotee. Those who are chanting Hare Krishna, their consciousness will become, those who chant and hear, the consciousness will become clearer, purer, and they'll always treasure faith in the Lord's protection, faith in the Lord's maintenance, faith in the Lord's leading me. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena maam upayantite. He is leading me. I cannot see beyond tomorrow. I cannot see beyond 1 year, 2 years. Only one who can see far away can lead. The Lord is seeing what all is required for me to reach Him. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena maam upayantite. Right from today what I should do, He will give, He will lead. These activities are generally okay. When one is frustrated and cannot fully satisfy his senses in spite of all endeavor, he desires liberation. That we discussed yesterday. Because his innermost instinct of Satchidananda is not able to fulfill, then he thinks, there is no Satchidananda. There is only Nirguna Ananda. These activities are generally called Purushartha. He wants freedom from material existence. That's called moksha. I will follow artha, I will follow kama as prescribed by dharma in order to get moksha. This is called dharma, artha, moksha. There is a connection between dharma, artha, kama and moksha. Dharma has to have a circle, kama has to have a circle, restrictions. How much kama? Artha has to have a restriction. How much artha? You cannot be greedy. Shastra says how much artha, how much kama. Circumscribed by the circle called dharma. It will result in, regulated sense gratification, regulated sex, all those things within the marriage, all these things are dharma. We say, you should have relationship with the opposite sex as per dharma. Then no problem. You will fit into the purpose of the Lord. It is for procreation. If sex was not there, how world will run? Material world will. How more and more jivas who want independent enjoyment, how they will be born? The whole system. So, therefore Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, I am sex according to dharma. But actually the ultimate goal is to understand Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is called Panchama Purushartha. the ultimate goal of life. Lord Chaitanya, see, this is a uniqueness of our parampara. Lord Chaitanya therefore taught us not to ask from Supreme Personality any benediction such as material wealth, popularity and a good wife. One should simply pray to the Lord. That means you can pray to the Lord. You can ask the Lord something. What is that? To be constantly engaged in a transcendental loving service. And that's exactly, Prabhupada summarizes the meaning of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Oh my Lord, oh Srimati Radharani, please engage me in your service. Every bead is a prayer. Every bead is the highest prayer. What is that? You cannot have any other desire other than that. Means you cannot have a bigger desire than that. Or you cannot have a desire which is more beneficial for the soul than any other desire. What is that? Please engage me in devotional service. Let me go on. Let me get the taste for chanting. Let me go on chanting. Let me glorify your name. Let me preach your name. Let me preach for the sake of the, I have been saved. I never knew it was so easy to be saved. Actually, it is not a small thing. What we have done is a small thing. What we are getting is not a small thing. Simply walked into ISKCON. No, I was in search of the truth, so I walked into ISKCON. You just became one of the Bhagyavan. Because if you are after truth, you can go to many places. No, I want to know what is spiritual truth. You can go to this mission, that mission, this, then thousands are there. Nothing to do with devotional service. So not because you are after truth, you reached here. Krishna used that. Okay, fine. And then after you came here, you understand and you realize, I was looking for truth without knowing what truth is. I was looking for gold without knowing what is gold. Just because I was looking for gold, I was looking for God, not knowing what is God. Costlessly, somebody, a pure devotee's mercy, I got. His book I got, his Shabda I got. And I became a devotee. And then I was taught what is God. So we all come to Prabhupada and then we understand what is God. My God. It go on, we cannot, year, after 50, 60 years also in a moment, you start, very difficult to conceive what is God. What is this Vishnu Tattva? Ultimately you conclude, He is immeasurable. What is yesterday I was saying? Achintya, Aprameya. I learned this word when Aprameya temple is there. On the way to Mysore. About 20 years back. That time I said, what is Aprameya? Immeasurable, so beautiful. God cannot be measured. Ananta, Aprameya and Achintya. This is the way to think about Krishna. Any questions? So, don't lose faith. Faith is your greatest spiritual asset. Shraddha gone, life becomes boring. Life becomes confusing. You may start thinking, why? I was so blissful when I joined. Slowly I started interpreting this, that, all those things, and then I lost faith. Weakened. You're not lost faith, but you have weakened that faith. That faith in Krishna, we should understand, is you should have a faith irrespective of your material circumstances in the organization or in your, irrespective of that, that faith will not go. He has some reason, he is caring for me, he is with me. I am not abandoned. I will never be abandoned. Because I abandoned all dharma and came to him. Krishna says, he has abandoned everything. And he came to me. You have abandoned whatever you think you were. You really cannot abandon everything because you do not know what all you are, you are having. You have not abandoned all your desire because you do not know what it is. Inside the chittam is all stock. So much stock is there. Sanchita karma. Bijas. Any questions?
Prabhu, in Panchama Purushartha, you said that to attain the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Panchama Purushartha. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us this Panchama Purushartha. But whereas there are other sampradayas also, like Ramanuja Sampradaya, where service of Godhead is established, Madhvacharya also established. Why do we significantly say this, that Panchama Purushartha is given to mankind by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu?
See, you should understand, there also the devotees desire not impersonal liberation, but they desire four kinds of Shasti, Sayujya, not Sayujya, no, Sayujya, Samipya. So these are all desires, they are not they are not telling the Lord, you do what you want with me. You kick me, put me in hell, I don't care. If you should be with me, that's all. So I should be near the Lord. I should be, no. Greatest thing is serving the Lord. Does not matter where. So there are also four, that kind of mukti, personal mukti, desire is there. So that is why we say this Panchama Purushartha means pure devotional service, where I have no desire to be in Vaikunta. I am yours. I am your property. Where you want to put me, you put me. You put me in Vaikunta, put me in hell, put me in heaven. You reciprocate, don't reciprocate. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. You embrace me, or you stamp me out. I am yours. This is the speciality. Any other question?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, related to Shrestha Prabhu's question that other sampradayas. So I just wanted to tell one thing about, so that once Ramanuja said that among the four Purusharthas, Kama is the greatest. So Krishna Kama, he said that. So it's like, because the evolution of the highest theory of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's is coming, it is not revealed at different times. Is it true?
It is a fact. All of them knew. Madhvacharya knew, Ramanujacharya knew what is the highest Purushartha. How can they not know? They knew. But these things are step by step, the world is revealed to the step Shankaracharya first, he at least established there is spirit. Buddha said there is nothing. Buddhism is pakka shunyavadi. Shunyavadi means there is nothing, shunya. There is no God and all, there is only matter. That is why Western scientists, lot of them like Buddhism. It's a style now in Westernism. Many physicists, scientists and all this, Buddhism. So they go deep into it, there is only matter. This God and all is in your head. In reality, so they found a nice word, shunya. Shankaracharya did a great service on the order of Vishnu. What is that? They are all saying, I am shunya. Please go and tell them I am Brahman. I am not matter, I am Brahman. Those who are thinking there is no God, for them to go and fully say that there is a Parabrahman, you have to surrender to him, you will not swallow. Go and tell you are him. Give that interpretation. Tattvamasi. That is Vedanta Sutra written by Vyasadeva. The right interpretation is what? You are looking for God, but you yourself are God-like. What is the nature of God? You are looking everywhere. Tattvamasi. You look into yourself. You are spirit. That is the supreme spirit. You understand yourself, you can understand God. Tattvamasi. What is the eternal truth? That is the Aham Brahmasmi. What is the eternal truth? Spirit is eternal truth. Spirit sustains. Matter doesn't not sustain. It's temporary. There is no cessation of existence of spirit. So that is the meaning of Aham Brahmasmi. So he took that Aham Brahmasmi and said, look, you are Brahman. But he did not tell there is a Parabrahman. But he is the greatest worshipper of Parabrahman. More wonderful that is, Buddha is one of the 10 avatars. But even though he is one of the 10 avatars, we won't worship him. Because he came in that form for something else. What is that? Religion was even low. There was so much ahimsa. There was so much misuse of Vedas, of killing the animals, left, right, center. In the name of the Vedas, non-violence. So to establish the quality of non-violence, alone he came. Having established non-violence, that papa karma started decreasing in the world. Now Shankaracharya comes and says, Aham Brahmasmi, you are Brahman. From Shunya you came to Brahman. Then the personal acharyas, one by one. Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We have no difference between Shuddha Dvaita and the Vishishta Dvaita, that is Sri Sampradaya. We are not, philosophically there is no difference. The same thing when we see through Achintya Bheda Veda Tattva, fully it fits. They are not contradicted anywhere, these personal acharyas. Very close, small things. More revelation is there in Achintya Bheda Veda Tattva. In a bucket of water, a glass of water is included. Glass of water is not wrong. But if it comes to Mayavada philosophy, it is not water at all. Buddhism, not water at all. Therefore, we freely, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very freely, all these personal acharyas have their philosophies, all those things, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu integrated. Any other question? Last question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, regarding the Panchatattva mantra, so Prabhu, I read somewhere in Namamrita, basically Prabhupada quoted from CC, that the Panchatattva mantra is more powerful than Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And even towards the end of this...
More merciful.
More powerful it was written.
Okay. All right.
by Prabhupada.
The power of mercy is more.
And towards the end of the CC, somewhere that Prabhupada writes that even my disciples are purified because of the Panchatattva mantra chanting. So how do you understand this, Prabhu? Like in terms of merciful, because it accepts no offenses.
Because we chant Hare Krishna to worship Panchatattva. We chant Hare Krishna, we perform Sankirtana for the pleasure of Krishna Chaitanya. When we do like that, somebody who is chanting Hare Krishna for direct mercy of Krishna and Radharani, without the parampara of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because when we chant Hare Krishna, we think of Krishna, Radharani, all this. But where is your adhisthanam? Where is your foundation? You have received the nama from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we are all worshipping Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's Krishna himself. And the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, if you take, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha Krishnanya Nahi. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is also Radha Krishna Nama Anya. It's Hare and Krishna. It's all name of Radha and Krishna. So actually directly it is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is a combination of Hare and Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a combination of Radha and Krishna who came down, and then that same Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought down the Shabda. So in one sense you can say this is the Shabda Rupa of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So by chanting him we worship him. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. There is a great significance, spiritual significance for the whole string. The way it has come. Why Hare Krishna and Rama, three Nama Prabhus, or Hare Krishna, three Shabdas in the spiritual world? Why they decided to combine like this and come? Why not Hare Rama, Hare Krishna? Radhe Sham, Radhe something. Prabhupada is very angry with that. All these things you should not do. There is a Ichcha there of the Lord. Why have I come like this? You handle me like this. You worship me in this particular form. This is my Shabda Rupa. Most effective it will come. Srimad-Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.